What is good, YouTube? My name is George. Welcome to another video. So I feel like I haven't just chatted with you guys and given you a life update in so long, and suddenly I have so many things to catch up with you guys about. Normally when I start feeling this way, I do a setup video because it gives me an opportunity to just hang out and talk with you guys, and setup videos get a good amount of clicks on YouTube. But my board was in pretty bad shape at a recent street mission, so I had to set up a board on the spot, and I literally considered putting the old board back on my trucks just so I could film a setup video, but that feels like such a corny thing to do just so that the title and thumbnail can be more clickbaity. So I'm gonna try to just make an update video that's not a setup. If it doesn't get many views, so be it. Now I will show you my new setup in case you're curious. So here is the old board that I was working with. This thing got a thorough beating. This is actually the skateboard I set up right before my Boston trip, and first trick of the trip, I actually almost snapped the nose. Right here there's a pretty severe pressure crack right in line with where the truck's attached. That stressed me out, but I ended up just riding through it. Never broke this board, but obviously now it is pretty freaking soggy. So I set up this beautiful Fortune skateboard. I love this simplistic graphic, and just look at this thing. I mean, seeing the fresh board is like the best part of the setup video anyways, right? I wonder how bad it would be if I straight up clickbaited so hard that I said this was a setup video and then it just wasn't. Things to consider. Anyways, yeah, we got the Fortune board, 8.25, Ace trucks, Karma wheels, some random ass bearings, some random ass hardware. And this actually is a sheet of trophy grip tape without the cutout. It's just a plain sheet of trophy grip. So yeah, that's the setup. Like I said, I won't be setting it up in this video because I already did it. But I did think of another interesting way to spice up this video. I've got these two sort of skate bins that have been sitting under my bed for a long time. This one right here is kind of an active skate bin. I'll pull this out and pull things out to use once in a while, but this one I literally never dig into. It is deep under my bed. I actually labeled it the giveaway box. It's just sort of skate products that I've accumulated that I plan to just give away at some point. So actually what I'm going to do is sort of like a little show and tell, I guess, while I'm talking about life. It's also Danny's birthday today when you are watching this on Friday, July 31st. If you guys want to do me a favor, pause this video, go to Danny's channel link at the top of the description. If you don't know Danny already, you're probably brand new to this channel because he's been in 100 of my videos, but go subscribe to the dude for his birthday and leave a happy birthday comment on his recent video. It would be super cool if we could just and spike his subscriber count for his birthday, just as a nice thing to do. He also deserves it. His content is really good. If you feel it in your heart, pause the video, go subscribe to Danny, and then we'll cue the lo-fi jazz, chill out, hang out, and I will give you guys a life update. So I actually want to start with a little update that's going to involve me taking this camera off my tripod, and it is a room layout update. So I recently kind of overhauled the layout of my room, and I am feeling so much better about it. So let me show you. This bookshelf that's next to my desk used to be over in this corner at the foot of my bed. I found that it actually made the space feel more crammed, even though it was all the way in the corner, and it was making my air conditioning less effective since it was blocking half of it. Plus, this is like my main YouTube filming backdrop. It is my main wall with all my decorations on it. So I really wanted the bookshelf to just sort of be more prominent and accessible. So that was the first thing I did. I moved the bookshelf over here. And then we made some major updates to this corner. So these three cube things, they sort of fit well next to the closet there, but I decided to sneak them right into the space next to the door. It is quite the perfect fit. Very happy with it. The next update I made is this blue file cabinet thing. Used to just be sitting out here in the middle of the floor. It really jutted out a lot from the wall. So I decided to stick that into my closet, which freed up a lot of space. And I moved this small shoe rack that was previously in the closet outside. And this just feels so much better. Yeah, the whole room is just feeling more open now. Back when I moved in, I would talk about this sort of thing a lot, but I really think it's worth putting time and energy into your personal space. And for me, it's also my workspace. You know, I went freaking crazy setting up my desk and my monitor and my laptop just so it could be absolutely perfect, so that I could feel really good and like I can thrive in my space, and that's definitely how I'm feeling right now. Oh, I also decided to like overhang one of the vines from my pothos over these shelves, and I think it creates a really cool effect. Feeling so good in my room and in my apartment in general. So happy to be here. I'm sure you saw the copious amounts of all black Van Wesleyan's Chima 2 Pros sitting on this shoe shelf. I feel like I've tried enough skate shoes in my life. Keep the ranking skate shoes video if you want. That I know what I like, and when I find a good shoe, I'm happy with it and I just want to keep riding it. I noticed they started to be selling out on various skate shop websites, so I literally ordered 5 pairs. I don't really feel the need to be trying all the different brands just for fun. I feel good with what I know, and that's why I have 5 brand new pairs of Chima 2s sitting right there. I also think it's kind of a cool look. Okay, now let's start diving into this skate bin. And the first thing right at the top are the 187 Killer Pads Pro knee pad. When I worked at Woodward a couple summers ago, I started getting really intrigued by vert skating. Started kind of getting the hang of it. These are an important thing to have if I ever do want to continue improving my vert skills. And here we have an ankle brace and a wrist brace. I'm the type of skater who kind of always has a messed up wrist. Always good to have a wrist brace. This is an ankle brace. I actually picked this up on my Boston trip. I fucking jammed the freaking crap out of my ankle while trying a trick. Actually ended up continuing to battle the trick and landing it with that jammed ankle. But then when I woke up the next morning, I could barely walk, so I picked this thing up right away. And now it is cool that I have this handy. And we'll take a look at one more thing here before we get into the next life update. So I've got this bag with a bunch of goodies. Here's a bag with a bunch of shoelaces, very important. I dig into this often. This bag actually has like miscellaneous fingerboard parts. I see some wheels, grip tape, a tool, and then everything else in here is a bunch of wax. Actually, a viewer reached out to me and sent me all of this wax. No idea if it's still a thing, but they called it Shredaholic Wax Co. And there were a bunch of funky wax designs, like these are little battleships. They're starting to melt, but I also got some donuts. Here's a vanilla donut with sprinkles. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, a viewer had sent me all this wax. If you're out there, thank you, because I have been using this stuff and it do be working. So in life lately, I've really been working on myself, like more than I ever recalled that I have in the past. I have this job, I live on my own, things are kind of set up enough to where I can focus on myself more, and I've been doing that and it feels really, really good for me. So I have like this really basic workout routine where I do like some push-ups and sit-ups every day, which sounds simple, but it's something that like I've never done in my life. I've been getting just slightly better at cooking. I've been whipping up some fire burrito bowls. I've taught myself how to bike in New York City. I learned how to bike as a kid, but it's something that I just never kept up with. So it was scary for me to hop on a bike and get in the streets again, but I freaking got a city bike. I rode a loop around Prospect Park where there's no cars, got the hang of it. I've since gone on long bike rides with my homie Danny to get some extra practice in. Recently went on a midtown skate session in Manhattan, and we rode city bikes all around the city. It sounds trivial, but my soul feels so happy that I figured this out, because it's sort of been in the back of my mind for a long time and I've been afraid of it. Figured that shit out, handled it, and now the whole squad can bike around when we're on street missions. It is really incredible. One of the most major things I'm changing about my life when it comes to working on myself is I'm really trying to tackle my phone addiction. I'm like severely addicted to my phone. My screen time average is like 6 to 7 hours per day. And you know, over the past couple of months, and I think quarantine had a big part in this, I really readjusted my priorities, and I've been really trying to focus on the present moment and the people in front of me and my friends and the people I love. And I think my phone takes away from that to an unhealthy extent. Obviously, my job is very, very intertwined with phone use and social media. So quitting my phone usage is complicated. Just yesterday, I decided to take this pretty massive step and get a separate phone for work. I'm gonna have a phone sitting on my desk. It never leaves my desk, and that's the phone that has the social media apps. My personal phone will have nothing like that on it. Nothing that I can even scroll on. No email, no social media, just messages, phone, Google Maps, etc. You know, I'm just trying to be on my phone less. Funny enough, starting this process has given me even more time to work on myself. When I'm not spending 6 hours a day on my phone, suddenly I have all this free time where I can go out and practice riding a bike or read a book. I've been reading so much, which reminds me, this is a super simple, practical book I picked up to help me figure out strategies to actually get me off of my phone, because that shit's hard. If you just like try to be on your phone less on your own, I found it nearly impossible. And yeah, I'm still dealing with this. Yesterday, my screen time was over 5 hours. I'm still working on it. It's gonna be a journey, but I want to live my life more in the present, and I want to be focused on people. Since I have all this extra time now, I'm just blazing through books. Right now, I'm reading some Jack Kerouac. Oftentimes, what I'll also do is just pull out my journal and write down what I'm feeling. I wanted to show you guys something, especially because it's Danny's birthday. We were on his roof the other day and we just found this Polaroid camera, so we took a few pics of each other, pasted it in the journal, just wrote about the experience a little bit, and you know, been so into journaling. journaling, just this kind of documentation of what's been going through my mind and stuff. All right, let's blaze through everything else that's in my skate bin here. So we got a couple of Bones wheels. These are some like unreleased Street Tech formulas that Bones sent me, and these are some Bones SPF. As you can see, there's also a bunch of random wheels floating around in there. I'm not gonna really get into those. They're just some old wheels. I will talk about this one. When I mentioned I up my ankle in Boston, so I actually started using these cruiser wheels to like roll my foot on, and it feels incredible. I think it's really good for the muscles and stuff and promotes healing, so yeah. Got some brand spanking new independent stage 11 trucks. Really liking the Ace trucks, but gonna hang on to these. I have a history of snapping trucks, so I don't know what's gonna happen to these Aces. I got some Bone Speed Cream for your bearings. I have never once used this. I should probably try it out, might as well, right? I've also got some Bone Swiss bearings that were sent to me back in the day. I think these are like $60 bearings, which is the price of a skateboard deck. And you know what's funny is I'm scared to use them. I feel like all your skate parts just get fucked up so quickly that like, why am I gonna pop in $60 bearings when I can pop in the $15 ones, you know? Just a weird mindset I have. I'll use these one day. For skate tools, I'm sure I thought each one of these was lost and ended up getting another one. This is the skate tool that came with my booster board. Got some miscellaneous hardware sitting around, and a cool bottle opener that's shaped like a VX1000. Pretty cool. And of course, a trusty grip tape corner. I'm actually gonna throw this in the garbage right now. So that's that skate bin. So let's continue with the life update. Street skateboarding. I have been street skateboarding a lot. It actually ties in nicely to the whole topic of working on myself, because street skateboarding is an experience that puts me into the present like nothing else, and that's exactly what I want out of life right now. These are some of the most incredible days. They're just days where my soul feels so full, because we wake up early in the morning, we go street skating, and we're skating, exploring, and filming all day. You get to explore different neighborhoods you've never seen and just experience life together. You know, it is just so beautiful, and this has been so just good for me. Just deeply fulfilling. Street skateboarding is by far the best, most grounding, most fulfilling part of my life right now. I'm incredibly grateful for it. And then there's this interesting thing that's happening where it's like this full-length video project and going out street skateboarding, it doesn't feel like I'm working. I'm so used to having this output of YouTube videos every week where I get the feedback and the validation and the views and the income. It's just an interesting thing to deal with, to be focusing so intensely on this thing that just feels like it's more for myself as opposed to for my job. It's been a little confusing to develop this mindset that real life and what's in front of me is what matters. It's weird to be leaning into this mindset when my job is to be myself on social media, you know? So that's something I'm grappling with. I don't know, like by the time this street video comes out, it's like that will be a piece of content that's put on the internet, and that reflects this real passionate experience that we all had together. And there's something about like not posting about it in the moment all the time that makes it just sort of feel better and feel more in line with this new idea I have about how focus on the present, you know? Still figuring all this out, but I think this is all coming together in a nice way that is way healthier and more sustainable than how I used to do it, which is just kind of my whole work and personal life was this big mess, and I would just always be on social media posting what I'm doing, and it would really it was confusing. It's a process. To try to put all of that into concise terms as best I can, these street skateboarding missions are the new light of my life. They reflect what I'm trying to turn my life into, which is a present focus on the people and experiences in front of my eyes. And it also represents a more clean-cut, sustainable, and healthy separation between my personal life and what I'm experiencing in the moment and my work life, which involves posting and using social media. And all of this is something that I'm extremely excited and happy to continue exploring and developing. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Let's get into the giveaway bin. And I haven't looked at this thing in a while, so this is exciting for me too. All right. These are some independent hollow truck, size 144, which means 8.25 inches. Yeah, I might as well give these away. I don't see why not. These were actually sent to me by Independent. Got another set of killer pads. These are size XL, which were a bit too big for me. These I actually picked up at the 888 office in Long Island. Speaking of 888, exfoliate. Got a couple of stickers that are too big and I don't quite know what to do with them. Got a cool fanny pack. Definitely down to give this away. A while back, a brand called Function, I think they're based in Connecticut if I'm recalling this correctly. They sent me a bunch of socks to see if I was interested in some custom printed 𝓅𝒶𝓈𝓈𝒾𝑜𝓃 socks. So they sent me these ones with the logo on them. They're pretty cool, but I wasn't really into this sock style. Nothing really came of this, but now I have all these socks that I would be happy to give away to you guys. Here's a sheet of grip tape that I got in a crack box a long time ago. Any OG viewers, you might remember I unboxed a crack box like once a month here on my channel. That little K thing, that's their logo right there. It's like, what is that, an octopus or some shit? But yeah, right, so since I ride trophy, I'm not gonna throw this on my board, so holla at me. Likewise, got a sheet of bright pink grip. I ain't skating this shit. Got some Karma wheel stickers. I'm actually gonna keep these for myself. Lately, I've been leaning into using stickers of brands I support and just throwing them on my deck. Historically, I just like stockpile stickers. As you can see, this thing is like 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds, just filled with freaking stickers. So I don't use stickers often, but Karma, Trophy, Arrow, and Fortune, I'll keep those stickers because that's fam. Fat stacks of bone stickers. Pew pew. 2 Bones Wheels water guns. I think I've used these. I don't think it's brand new, but that's a clip-on, fisheye, and wide angle for your iPhone. Nice set of bearings. A couple of sets of Bones bushings. Here's a little pin, and got some fairly valid sunglasses. All right, so that's the giveaway bin. Everything that came out of that bin, I'd be happy to send to some of you guys. So just send me a DM on Instagram at @𝓅𝒶𝓈𝓈𝒾𝑜𝓃. Make it easy for me. Include your name and shipping address already. US only, just because I'm not trying to break the bank on all this shipping. I'm just gonna like scroll through the message requests and pick at random and send this stuff out. So best of luck to all of you. Let's finish up this life update. So I pretty much already mentioned the main things that are occupying my mind space and all the things that I wanted to tell you all. I did also want to tell you about my new tattoo. So it is in the healing process. Yeah, I got this very recently, only about last week, and it's just a simple line drawing of a daisy. It's my 3rd tattoo. I actually got this tattoo matching with my sister. So she's got the same one right in the same spot on her arm, so it's very special to me. This is sort of related to the whole street skating thing, etc., but I used to feel like I had to skate every day, and like if I didn't skate every single day, I would start to like panic. This could be some like totally incorrect self-analysis, but I think the reason is because I didn't have a strong foundation in myself, and so I was really attached to skateboarding every day as a grounding force that formed my identity. So when I had days where I was too busy or I had to focus on other things, it would really give me a lot of anxiety. I'm really excited to report that that has kind of faded away. I think it's a more mature connection to skateboarding, and I feel more free and open to explore other parts of life too. It's like I'm still obsessed with skateboarding, but maybe in a bit more of a healthy way. So I've talked about a lot, and I think that might be everything that I wanted to say. There's a lot going on up here. I think I'm pretty happy, you know? I can't believe that like summer's just blazing by. I'm getting really excited for fall. You guys know that's the season where I feel the happiest. It's just absolutely the best. I'm excited to freaking street skate in the fall in a hoodie. That's the best. Nothing like it at all. Nothing whatsoever. Of course, I owe you all a huge thank you for making it possible to make YouTube videos and make 𝓅𝒶𝓈𝓾𝑜 clothing for a living. It is really, really incredible, and that's what enables me to spend all of this energy on the street skateboarding that is really just such this beautiful shining light in my life right now. So with all that, I freaking love you guys. I hope you're doing well, and you know, I'll be around. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Don't forget to DM me if you want some of this stuff. Gonna be picking a bunch of winners at some point. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. As always, take care, be easy, shred on, peace. But this one I literally never did. But this one I literally Yeah. Readjusted my priorities. I've really readjusted my priorities. And it's like